Hello and welcome back to another video. Today going to go over all you need to know about the upcoming Series 27 on Forza Horizon 5 with the theme of American Automotive. As ever, the update will be released on Tuesday, which is this evening at the time of this video, probably in a couple of hours when this is uploaded. And the festival playlist will begin this Thursday at 2:30 PM GMT. There's also yet another paid car pack amongst other things, so let's get straight into this series update. Starting as ever with the festival playlist and its overall series prize cars, which are the Cadillac CT4V and Ford F-150, the sort of 80s one, neither of which are actually new to the game, but it's a good chance to get them again if you missed them the first time that they were available. In the summer season, which begins on the 9th of November, for 20 points you'll be able to win the Corvette Z06, the new C8 one, which is brand new to Horizon, but is in the recent Motorsport game, so it's not new to Forza. And for 40 points you can win the Belvedere, which I believe is actually new, but I'm not really sure what it is other than an old American car. But it's also interesting to see that there's a new car as the 40-point prize, as usually only the 20-point prize is a new one in Horizon 5, which is slightly irritating, because it kind of means we're going to have to do more playlist. In the autumn season, which begins on the 16th of November, for 20 points you'll be able to win the Chevrolet Nova, and for 40 points the Firebird, neither of which are actually new to Forza. They're new to Horizon 5, but both of them were in Horizon 4. I think maybe even as prize cars, the Firebird certainly was. This is kind of doubly strange, because both prizes in summer, in the first season, are new to Horizon, so you kind of want to go in and get them, but neither prize here is. It just seems a bit unbalanced how they've done it this month. In the winter season, which begins on the 23rd of November, for 20 points you'll be able to win the Lucid Air electric mad thing from California, which is brand new to Forza, being, well, pretty much a brand new car, and ridiculously fast, with the version they're adding having over 2,000 horsepower, which actually we've kind of come to expect with these stupid electric things, which probably won't handle very well, so be interesting to see what that's like. But yeah, they do seem to have a bit of an obsession with adding obscure electric vehicles that we don't necessarily want. And for 40 points in the winter you can win the GTO Judge, which again returns from previous titles. But again, it's kind of strange to see a car that isn't in the game already as the 40-point prize. Usually these are ones that have come up before, although it is a recycled car, so I suppose it's slightly better than the new car being there. But because I still want to kind of obtain all of the cars that are added, I am going to have to do 40 points for that, unfortunately, which is a shame because the playlist isn't all that enjoyable. Anyway, finally in the spring season, which begins on the 30th of November, for 20 points you'll be able to win the Rossian R1, which returns from Horizon 4, amongst other games I think, and for 40 points you can win the Lincoln Continental, which I believe is actually new to Forza, and is a third new to Horizon 5 vehicle for the 40-point prize. So it seems they're kind of moving in this direction, which I don't quite understand, because with the release of Motorsport there's stuff to do in there every month, new events and things as well. So they're kind of making us play this more. I don't know if Playground Games are trying to swing people back to Horizon or what, but yeah, it seems a bit odd and kind of a bit annoying that there's so much to do in both of these. I don't know how I'm going to get everything done and get all of the cars in both games before they're not available anymore. So anyway, lots of playlisting to do in November to get all of these new vehicles. That's not all for new cars though. Like I said, there's another car pack which comes with another 4 paid cars. But the amount of these being sold to us is getting quite ridiculous, to be honest. This pack is only priced at a rather reasonable $3.99 here in the UK, or similar in most currencies. However, there's so many of these now that it is starting to add up. Combined so far, the 4 packs, we've had 3 $3.99 ones, including this one, and a $7.99, so we're costing nearly £20 here just in additional cars, and eventually it's going to get to the point where we've paid for as much for the packs as we did for the game itself, especially as this game's probably going to have at least another year's lifespan. So if they keep releasing them at this rate for the rest of the game's lifespan, it is going to eventually cost more than the game itself did. So I really hope this stops soon, because it is getting quite irritating, and I think it's annoying a lot of the players. Anyway, the pack itself has 4 new cars, which are the Zinger, this strange-looking track-focused car with one seat in front of the other rather than the traditional layout. Mad fast thing, lots of horsepower. Actually saw this at Goodwood this year, absolutely crazy car. Then we have the Celine S7 race car, which also happens to be coming to Motorsport for free. So this pack really shouldn't be paying for cars that were able to drive in another game by the same game people. I know they're different studios, but they're both Forza. That it should be free. Anyway, there's some kind of tuned Chevrolet truck, which I couldn't really care less about, and quite an interesting modified classic Ford Econoline van. So basically, this pack is a very good way for Forza to upset their player base, who have stayed playing the game for 2 years and already paid far more than they probably should have done for the Ultimate Edition. Although, having said that, I have got a ton of playtime out of this game from that cost. So yeah, it's just more that they shouldn't keep releasing these packs, or if they do, just space them out a bit more. If they were every 4 months, say, it would be not quite so bad, but yeah, if it starts becoming every other update, or even every update, yeah, it's a bit irritating. Anyway, despite all of that complaining, I will be getting hold of this pack and trying out the new cars on Thursday, hopefully, so that you don't have to spend your money on them, so watch out for a video on them then. I can't quite believe I'm saying this, but that's not even all of the paid content coming. No, Forza are introducing what they're calling car vouchers. So basically you pay to buy either 4, 10 or 24 vouchers, which you can then exchange for cars in the auto show, and only the auto show. You can't spend them on rare prize cars that you've missed, or wheel spin vehicle prizes exclusives, for example. These are just cars that are usually available for purchase in the auto show. So these vouchers will be priced here in the UK at $3.99 for 4 of them, $7.99 for 10 and $14.99 for 24. Fairly straightforward, but apart from this appearing to be a desperate grab for money from Forza, I can't actually understand who's actually going to buy these, because buying cars in the auto show isn't exactly a challenge. I think the most is like 15 or 20 million, maybe a little bit more. But earning money in this game isn't exactly difficult, and you get gifted a ton of the vehicles for free. So if you just play this game for a few weeks, I guess it's aimed at new players, you will end up unlocking most cars that you can purchase from the auto show with these vouchers. So it is just a way to burn money, basically, if you buy these. So I really hope people don't. Please just don't buy them. I get if you're new to the game, you want the cars quickly, but trust me, you will win them quickly. So yeah, I can't really see who these vouchers are for, other than people that are buying the game now and want to sort of catch up, I suppose. But yeah, it's quite expensive. It's £4 for 4 cars that you can buy or win very easily anyway. Anyway, there will also be 4 new sprint routes added to the game, which I'll have up on screen here with their names and things, which they seem to be saying were instead of the reverse routes that we wanted for some reason. Not quite sure what they were trying to explain there. I think what they were saying is they saw that reverse versions of routes were requested, and to make those was just as difficult as to make a whole new route, so that they've made those instead. But they're all sprints, which is slightly disappointing. It would still be great to see some new circuits, or some reverse versions of circuits that we have. Anyway, those are the 4 new sprints. There's also a bunch of new rims being added, which I know is something that has been requested by a lot of people, and people want more variety in them. But for me, I don't really get it. They seem to keep adding new rims, and we already have hundreds, and some of these, to me at least, look very similar to things we already have. So really, I'd prefer, I suppose it's quite easy to add new wheels, but I would prefer to see some new wings and splitters or something, rather than tons and tons and tons of wheels that I'm never going to actually even look at, let alone win. I know that's harder to do, but still, I feel like that would be more worthwhile. But anyway, all of the rims that are being added will have been on screen for a little bit now, so you can see what is coming. And also, more interestingly, 3 new Forza's own created body kits are coming over from Motorsport. So technically they're not new, but this is the first time they've been seen in Horizon for the Chevrolet Camaro, Mustang, I think it's the GT350, and also an older Firebird. As usual, there's also a list of bug fixes and things that I'll put on screen here, and as always at the end of the stream, they tease the following series, in this case Series 28, which is going to be Winter Wonderland with a snowy stadium again. Although it didn't say ice rink, so I think it might be a slightly different stadium, but similar kind of idea. Series 28 will be a wintry, Christmassy update called Winter Wonderland with a snowy stadium, Secret Santa again, this time with 2 prize vehicles, a new track, and, of course, some new cars. How many of those are recycled from old games, we don't know yet, but yeah, be interesting to see what they add this winter and what Secret Santa prizes are. This then, I don't think is a great update, to be honest. Although the playlist is probably going to take longer to get all of those 40-point cars, which I do kind of want to earn, I do find it quite irritating even winning 20-point cars. So yeah, it kind of means the playlist will take 40 minutes rather than 20 minutes a week, which I suppose isn't too bad, but a lot of these cars are in previous games, so we should kind of be able to buy them. Anyway, most of the cars, like I say, come from previous titles or indeed Motorsport. The paid car pack does have 3 new cars, but also contains 1 car that we can drive for free in Motorsport for some reason, leaving only really the Singer that I actually want to buy the pack for, to be honest. And these packs really do need to stop now, or at least slow down. Every 4 months, 5 months, 6 months would be fine, but every other update is just... it's going to get very expensive very quickly, like I say, and add up to more than the game costs. But do let me know what you think of this update and paid car packs and all of the things we've covered today. But for today's video, that is going to be all, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back with the next one very soon.